What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement, reporting live and direct. The heat is on. I don't know why. It's 90 degrees outside, but grandma says she's cold. I don't know what it is. Maybe her blood cells are not pumping right. But anyway, just want to get into this video real quick. Now, there's a lot of information come out, rumors, speculations, as we always call them, because this is the off season. And when it's off season, everything becomes hyperbolic, you know, like Dragon Ball Z when they jump into their chambers and get all their powers. But anyway, rumors coming out stating that the Lakers are eyeing Chris Paul and LeBron James. Now, hold up before you guys go off and like, I don't want Chris Paul. He's 90 years old. He's injury prone. He never shows up for the big games. I totally agree with y'all. You know, I mean, back in the days when we had a chance to get him, when Kobe was still here, that was cool. But you gotta remember, he's what, 30? I think 33, 34 years old. Now the thing is, you know, Houston, he kind of like, Clippers sent him to Houston. It was supposed to be like a hush-hush deal where he goes to Houston. Houston promised to give him a max deal, but then they got, you know, now it's ran by there's new people in the office. Things might take a turn for the worse for Chris Paul. You got to remember, first and foremost, Houston have a lot of money tied up into a lot of players. And then they still got some of their players that are actually free agents that they got to re-sign as well. So you're looking at this like this. Will the Houston Rockets actually give him the money to re-sign him? I mean, well, give him the money to basically re-sign him. I don't know if Chris Paul, most likely if he, now I know a lot of people say Chris Paul probably wanted the max deal, which makes sense because he's at, you know, he's old, you know what I mean? But remember, the CBA changed it from, you know, at the age of 34, you could not get the max deal. They changed it to 37 in favor of LeBron and the Chris Pauls. So these two guys, keep in mind, and that's why I was trying to tell people that these guys, if they really want to be the Golden State Warriors, they do not have to take a max contract their first year. You know what I mean? So that way, whatever team they go on, most likely probably be the Lakers. Whatever team they go to will have a chance to re-sign some of their other players as well and bring additional players on, you know, players that wouldn't mind taking a minimum just to play with them because they know that they have a chance to win a championship. Now, I know a lot of fans say, well, we got Lonzo Ball. We don't need Chris Paul. I said before, and I said on Twitter, that the Lakers should have got a backup point guard. They wound up getting a backup point guard, but I was thinking that they would have got a backup point guard, you know, in the first round, but they didn't. And it's all good. But my thing at the end of the day is that, personally, I think Lonzo need a veteran to play along with him. Only because it helped him develop more. I know a lot of people say, well, why Chris Paul? He's ball dominant. Yes, he is ball dominant, but Chris Paul learned to play off the ball when it came to playing with James Harden. And I know for a fact you can do it with Lonzo. The only problem I had with this, because keep in mind, first and foremost, before I get deep into this, because I'm going to make this video as short as possible. First and foremost, we have to understand, we are all fans. We're just looking in, giving our own opinion. Magic Johnson and the Lakers organization is a business. They're going to try to put the best people the best people possible with LeBron to make LeBron happy, to give him the best opportunity and chance to win a championship. Rumors are that LeBron James is starting to, you know, calling out players, making phone calls to hook up with players. And I know for a fact the ones he's probably calling is top in priority, probably Chris Paul. He probably talked to Paul George. I don't know. But I know Chris Paul is his man. Dwayne Wade is his man. Carmelo Anthony is his man. But Carmelo opted in his contract with OKC, which makes sense because ain't nobody giving that guy no $28 million. So he opted in this last year. He's mellow. Like Stephen A. Smith said, he don't care if he win a championship or not. He's getting the money. He's cool. He's relaxed. But anyway, Chris Paul really won the title. Now, here's the thing about Chris Paul. Based on the fact that the CBA pushed it up to 37, what Chris Paul could do, he can come on the Lakers. Like I said before, this is Magic Johnson. This is not me. If it was up to me, I would stick with the young squad. But I'm just basically speaking a little bit logical based on the fact that what Magic Johnson and them guys are trying to do. Now, with Chris Paul, and I say that I said about LeBron in all my videos, to make it work, the best thing for these guys to do is take a pay cut. Most likely LeBron, wherever he goes, is going to probably sign a one-year deal. Chris Paul, if you know he have a chance to win a championship with the likes of LeBron, 9 times out of 10, he's going to probably go with LeBron and probably take a pay cut as well. Both of them, like I said before, and I said in all my videos, whoever go with LeBron, they could take $120 million. Well, not $120 million because that means we had to do a 4 or 5 year contract. They could take like $20 million, $25 million a piece, however you want to do it for 1 year. just to see how they work going up against the likes of Golden State Warriors. Because if Chris Paul leaves Houston, Houston drops out as the second best favorite. Because Chris Paul does make Houston that much better. I don't care what nobody say. People can say that Chris Paul is over the hill. Chris Paul, you know, they can make all the skepticals they can about Chris Paul. Go and look at his stats. Look at his resume. The dude he's always in the you know, defensive player of the year back in his young days. I don't know about now, but he's a good defensive player. He's very smart when it comes to basketball. The biggest problem with Chris Paul is that he just stayed injured. That's the only major problem with him. But the point is that he really can help Lonzo Ball develop. And with Chris Paul and Lonzo Ball in that backcourt, it makes sense to me. Because this is the only thing that, first of all, if we don't get Paul George, if Paul George resigns OKC, you know, you really think LeBron James is going to come down here by himself? I don't think so. I think he's going to come with somebody. He's not going to come by himself with a bunch of young guys. And I'm not saying that the young guys that we got are bad, but I believe LeBron James is going to come with somebody. And the closest friend that he got that's really not tied to anything are Dwayne Wade and Chris Paul. Now, Dwayne Wade, I think he's a free agent too. In actuality, he can come down here for the veteran salary because all of them being LA, he can come down here just for the veteran salary. He don't really need no money. And Chris Paul, you know, can just, you know, like I said, take a pay cut. But personally, if the Lakers decide to go in that route, I will only sign Chris Paul to 1 year. Just, you know, 1 year deal. Because you're not really hurting him because in reality, he still have a chance to get the max contract if somebody sign him. I just hope the Lakers don't make the mistake or error of giving this guy a max contract. I'm talking about Chris Paul. I'm not taking away none of his game. I love his game, but the injury is what always get me. That's the same way I feel about Kawhi. You know, a lot of fans want Kawhi. I don't mind getting Kawhi, but personally, you got to see if they're able to still play up to the expectation they were playing at, the high level they were playing at before they got injured. Saying they were DeMarcus Cousins. You just don't give out money to people who just came off injury. Look at Isaiah Thomas. He re-injured his hip after playing the Lakers instead of going out and getting surgery done. So you just don't throw money around. Like I said, the ball is in the Lakers' favor. We don't have to spend no money with nobody. We can make players want us. Right now, Kawhi want to come here. Paul George at one point in time, he's like in limbo because he don't know if he want to stay with OKC or come to LA. I think he's more leaning to LA. I know a lot of people right up from the stand OKC. Now I ain't talking about Lakers fans, I'm talking about OKC fans and whoever else. But I think he's more leaning to go to LA. I'm really believing that. But right now, I believe that based on the fact that the Houston Rockets might not give Chris Paul that money, you know, unless he can lure LeBron James to Houston and he'll take a pay cut that way, which would be cool for Houston because they would jump on that with the heartbeat. If he can lure, you know, LeBron to Houston without them, you know, and not take a max contract, they would take that. But I think LeBron is more 70% of wanting to come to LA. I think LA and Cleveland is probably his main two destinations. Cleveland because of his family, but LA because, you know, the business wise and a whole lot of that where he can really, you know, be mentor under Magic Johnson and all them. It makes a big reason for him to come here. Plus, you know, the Cleveland organization, the front office, him and LeBron and them never really seen eye to eye. So it makes sense that if he does come to LA for a lot of reasons. But right now, I'm really thinking that Chris Paul might just come with LA. It's just speculations. I know a lot of fans might not like it, but remember, this is a business. Regardless if we like it or not, the ball is in Magic Johnson court. And whatever LeBron James want, they're going to do what they can in order to make dude happy to bring him to LA. Straight up. Because why? He put people in the seats. The stock goes up. LeBron is the brand of the NBA. So a lot of teams are going to be trying to go after him, you know, go get him. But I think that he's going to talk to Chris Paul, and him and Chris Paul might team up in LA, take a pay cut. Now, I said, only way I would take Chris Paul, 1 year deal, that's cool. Like I said, I'm just a fan, just basically talking. But it will help Lonzo Ball develop much more because now you really got a point guard, a true point guard that really can help him. He can sit there and talk to him and mentor him. So that's what a lot of fans fail to realize, that you really need somebody to help Lonzo Ball become better. Because think about it, these guys are not going to be around long. They basically on their way out the door in like another 3 or 4 years. LeBron, Chris Paul, and all them. So when they lead the torch, they can lead the torch with somebody who's going to carry the team to the next level. I know a lot of people don't like Lonzo Ball, but I'm just being honest. So at the end of the day, it will benefit Lonzo Ball if we got Chris Paul to help him out. And that's in that situation alone. And like I said, if he signed a 1 year deal, I would not sign him to a max contract. But that's just me. I don't know what Magic Johnson would do, but I would not sign him to a max contract. And the only way it works in order for them to get players is if they take a pay cut. And once again, like I said before, if they take a pay cut, then the Lakers could still sign Julius Randle. Think about it. They can still sign Julius Randle. And that's if Julius Randle would take a pay cut as well. But I think that he probably would. But I don't know. Dallas is really like the front runner to them besides the Lakers. So we'll know when July come around, July 1st, when everything starts to kick off. But right now, I think Chris Paul might just come with LeBron James. That's just my speculation based on some research and observation that I've been checking out. But we'll see. It's really heating up, so we're going to see where it goes from there. Anyways, your man Urban Lover, like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section, tell me what you think. Would you want Chris Paul to come here and play alongside Lonzo Ball to help him develop and mentor him, or just don't deal with him at all? I'd like to hear what you guys got to say. With that being said, y'all be safe out there and much love.